ABC 27 News Daybreak starts now.
Good morning, I'm Perrise Thomas. Thank you for joining us. We begin with breaking news. The Pennsylvania Attorney General's office investigating the case of a confrontation between Republican state senator and governor candidate Scott Wagner and a photographer at a private event earlier this month. Wagner was caught on camera throwing the photographer out of a private function. The Attorney General's office says it will be working with the Spring Garden Township Police to determine if charges will be filed. New numbers about how the lieutenant governor is using his state credit card. When he came into office, he got a state-funded house, a $162,000 salary, and a state police detail. So far, he's charged $73,000 in 2 years on his state credit card. Journalist Brad Bumstead with the caucus got the numbers. The May primary is less than 2 weeks away, and last night, all 5 Democratic candidates for Harrisburg mayor participated in a debate at HAC's Midtown campus. Candidates Louis Butts, Gloria Martin Roberts, incumbent Mayor Eric Pappenfuss, Anthony Harrell, and Jenny Jenkins spoke about their visions for the city. About 100 people attended, some in support of a candidate, while others remained undecided. The candidates will square off 2 more times next week. Our own Dennis Owens will moderate a debate on May 9th, and Mark Hall will moderate another debate on May 11th. The primary is May 16th. 18 fraternity brothers now facing charges for the death of a Penn State student. 8 of them are charged with involuntary manslaughter for what police describe as an alcohol-fueled pledge ceremony in February, which killed a 19-year-old student from New Jersey. He fell down a flight of stairs at the Beta Theta Pi house. Police say no one called for help for 12 hours. Penn State permanently banned that fraternity at main campus, and University President Eric Bannon has threatened the campus's Greek letter community could be completely shut down if its behavior does not change. And this just in, the West Shore School Board moving ahead with a plan to restructure its schools into a feeder school model. The board unanimously approving option 1 of a feasibility study, which will mean having 7 elementary schools with grades K through 4, 2 intermediate schools with grades 5 and 6, 2 middle schools, grades 7 and 8, and continuing to operate both Cedar Cliff and Redland High Schools, grades 9 through 12. Take a look at these flames that destroyed several apartments in Lancaster County yesterday. This video shot by a firefighter on the scene of Willow Run Apartments in Peckway Township. The fire caused by careless smoking. 21 people were displaced and damages are estimated at around $800,000. Pennsylvania's Attorney General charging an Amtrak engineer in a deadly derailment. 8 people were killed, around 200 injured in the 2015 derailment. The engineer facing several charges, including involuntary manslaughter. Investigators say he was going 106 miles per hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. The charges come the day after a Philadelphia judge ordered city prosecutors to charge the engineer after the DA refused to file charges. Harrisburg City Council wants to know what happened to its comprehensive plan. The city has paid nearly $185,000 since 2015 to get a plan developed that would lay out how to help Harrisburg grow, generate revenue, and fight blight. But there's still no plan in place. The city says the consultants did not meet the benchmark dates. The consultants say they did not receive the information they needed from Harrisburg on time. City Council is now hoping to have a plan to vote on by November. Staying on the story of that controversial Atlantic Sunrise gas pipeline. Despite protests, plans are still moving forward for the construction of the project here in the Mid-State. Now some raising safety concerns. State Senator Scott Martin of Lancaster County organized a meeting for first responders to prepare them for protests of the pipeline. At the meeting, officials from North Dakota who did see violent protests talked about what they went through. Senator Martin worries if similar protests happen here, taxpayers would be left with hefty bills. Cumberland County is looking to fight blight, and it could cost you. The Housing Authority is considering a blight fee. $15 would be collected when someone files for a mortgage or deed with the county. The money will be used to demolish and fix condemned buildings. Dauphin County already has the blight fee, as do 4 other Pennsylvania counties. Also breaking overnight, a fire investigation in Adams County. It started around 1 o'clock this morning on the 800 block of Sherman Drive in Lake Heritage, just outside Gettysburg. No one was hurt. A state police fire marshal is investigating what started that fire. President Trump tweeting today that the FBI director he just fired better hope there are no tapes of their conversations. He was warning James Comey not to leak anything negative about him. The president has been claiming that Comey told him the FBI is not investigating him. Close associates of Comey saying they would be very surprised if the president was told that. The president and his spokesman did not deny today that Trump is secretly recording conversations.